Good afternoon, all. Thank you for being here. I'm Carl Ritchie, and that's C-A-R-L-R-I-T-C-H-I-E, and I'm the Charleston County Sheriff. The Sheriff's Office is so proud and honored to be part of this food collection. This is something our Sheriff's Office has been doing since I've been in office for the past year. We're very in touch with our community in Charleston County. We see a lot of the food insecurity issues and those that go without on a daily basis. And we're very much involved in various food collection type opportunities, to include our deputies actually maintain boxes of food in their cars that they can hand out to folks if they come up on a scene or some type of call where they notice maybe the family's needing some assistance. So we do that on a daily basis. This was an opportunity to partner with our library and our school district and expand it. And it was a discussion I was having with my team, especially with the shutdown. I'm noticing now there's probably be even more people that are needing some type of assistance and needing some type of help. So we made the call to our partners here that will come up and speak and say, what can we do? How can we put it out and say we're going to collect these food items so we can get them to our schools who deal with families every day. And of course, they'll talk more about that. They know those that are in the biggest need that can actually provide assistance. And you look behind you at this pantry is incredible. I was at an elementary school this morning just visiting my SROs and saw their groceries there. It's just amazing what's going out, spread out through the county. And honestly didn't realize, we were hoping it would be a big response. It was a huge response. We had to send several trucks to go around to the libraries to pick up the donations and bring them in. So again, the Charleston County Sheriff's Office is incredibly proud to partner and collect these type of items. And this is an opportunity to let everybody know there's so much more that your Sheriff's Office does for you. We care for our community. It's about our community. It's about taking care of them. And I'm going to turn it over now to our Charleston County School Superintendent, Miss Anita Huggins, and let her talk about what's going on at the school.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Of course.
Thank you, Sheriff Ritchie. This is an example of the kind of partnership that it takes to make a real difference in communities, with families, and with our children. We know that our children cannot learn, they can't be successful in school if they come to school hungry. And those that serve them best at home also have to be fed. So I want to thank the Sheriff. I want to thank our partners at the Public Library for taking the initiative to reach out to the community and to help us orchestrate and plan for this event and stock food pantries across our district. We're proud to be here at North Charleston High School today with Principal and Councilman Henry Darby, whose shelves were the first that we were able to stock as a result of the vision of our library and our sheriff and their willingness to give back to our community. So again, I want to thank them. I want to thank those of you that are watching for loving children, for loving families, and for loving this community, especially during this season of Thanksgiving. And so I want to ask our Chief Operating Officer, Jeff Baroe, to speak a little about how this is serving the needs across the district. Mr. Baroe.
Thank you, Superintendent Huggins. So I just would like to add that this is a puzzle piece in what goes on in the school district. It was a puzzle piece that really wasn't there before, and I think it has made great strides. If you go back and look at what we do in our schools, 68 of our schools offer free lunch and breakfast to every student in the school. That's 80% of our students right there. So that gets them through the day. And then we look at the end of the day, and we have 35 schools that offer snacks and supper to those students that stay behind for extra education. So that's a small piece. But then what has been done here with the Sheriff's Office and the library has expanded that even more so than what's been done and is in place at our schools. And as mentioned, North Charleston High School here, Principal Darby and his staff had the vision to set this up years ago, and it was just a matter of keeping the shelves filled. And that started it all going. We right now have more than 20 schools with pantries. I was just at James Allen Elementary School this morning. They put some shelves into a room and started one within the last couple days. And as I was in that room, teachers brought canned goods in there. And so they're giving out food at their school. And that's what this vision has started. Now we've got more schools doing this to cover the families after hours. Thank you.
So again, it's partnerships like these. You hear us talk often in the Charleston County School District about the importance of partnerships. And if we could do it alone, we would have accomplished great things and all children would be achieving at significant levels. We would have done that decades ago. This is an example of an ecosystem of support that we've needed to really bridge a gap with our students. So again, I want to thank Sheriff Ritchie and his team, and I want to thank Angela Craig with the Charleston County Public Library and welcome her up now to talk a little bit about this great work. Angela.
Good afternoon. My name is Angela Craig. I'm the Executive Director of the Charleston County Public Library. I want to thank our partners with CCSD and also with the Sheriff's Office, and thank you, Principal Darby, for being a trailblazer in this area. We see hungry kids all the time at the public libraries and at schools, and it is very difficult to see people in need. So it is wonderful that as a community institution, the public library is able to stand with the school and with the Sheriff's Department to help these families. The libraries that are going to be accepting donations are the ones that are spread out around the county. We have, forgive me, 7 libraries that we will actually have that listed. The collaboration is important because there are a lot of entry points to where hunger can be solved. And we have a lot of wonderful community members that want to give and they're not sure where to direct that giving. And so with partnerships like this, we're able to combine our resources and be efficient in how we help our families. Most of us are parents, or we are caregivers, or we just see people that have a need. And we are just so humbled as library staff to be able to partner with these institutions. Thank you so much.
As the sheriff and Ms. Craig said, we have exceptional leaders here in the Charleston County School District, and we're blessed that Principal Henry Darby had such a vision years ago to create this here at the North Charleston High School. If you haven't had a chance to see that the progress that Mr. Darby and Mr. Schroderman are leading here at North Charleston High School, we hope you will do that. And that is a direct result of things like this that address the needs of children and their families. And so I want to welcome Mr. Darby here to the podium to say a little bit, but to also introduce his parent advocates who work so closely with the families in this community serving their needs. Principal Darby, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good afternoon. My executive director, Mr. Trevor Straub, and I, we are very much appreciative of what is presently transpiring. Thank you so very much. But I'm going to defer to Dr. Carl Dukes, who heads the building, and also 2 of my parent advocates, Ms. Richardson, Whitley Richardson, and Ms. Davis, if you come forth, please. And in your own words, just say a little something about how appreciative we are and what we're doing here at North Charleston High School of feeding our, not just children, but also our parents as well. Yes, who are in need.
All right. Hello, I am Whitley Richardson, one of the parent advocates. I just want to say thank you for the donations and the partnership that we have. Hopefully this reaches our parents and our students. If you are in need and you need food at home, don't be afraid to ask. Come to the school and let us know, and we are happy to give what we do have.
My name is Danielle Davis. I am also a parent advocate here at North Charleston High School. Again, thank everyone who's supported and has been there for our children and for our communities and making this program a success.
I'm Dr. Carl Dukes. I'm one of the assistant principals here. I also would like to say thank you to everyone, our district officials, sheriff, and everyone here behind the camera as well. Hunger is one of those environmental factors that we face on a daily basis with our students. So we're able to eliminate this one. We could focus on some other ones so our kids could get the education and the support that they need. But again, thank you all for the support.
Professor Stallman? Would you mind my? I'm sorry.
No, you go, sir. No.
If there's anyone that I shall not and will not omit, as I'm quite remiss, is my executive director, Mr. Trevor Strodman, who also had the clairvoyance and the vision for this day to come that we can assist our community. Mr. Strodman, please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Darby. You're too kind as always. And all I did was answer a phone call from Mr. Borelli, and he said, get up and get outside. We got food we're bringing. But honestly, for those of you that don't know, we started this food pantry 5 or 6 years ago, and he'll hate that I'm even saying this, but when Mr. Darby kind of went viral for working a second job at Walmart, we started getting major major donations, which kind of helped us prompt. We had a little makeshift food pantry, and we're very proud that we have got to continue this, that it hasn't died, it hasn't slowed down. I mean, there are some Saturdays where we serve over 100 people, but it's a constant. It is something that, a lot of us take for granted. It's very, it tugs at the heartstrings that, my children, myself, I didn't have to worry about being hungry when I went to school. So I get to see it firsthand, and honestly, we have a culture of caring from our superintendent all the way down to Mr. Darby. It cultivates, permeates amongst other individuals, and we encourage, and we always preach to our kids to pay it forward. So this is just a small piece of what we do, but thank you to the county folks and our superintendent, Mr. Darby. That's it. Thank you.
Now, Principal
Yes,
Darby,
sir.
I did not want to step in front of you.
No, sir, now it's on you, Sheriff. I don't want to be locked up either, sir. So.
I would never do that to you. I'll kind of wrap it up by simply saying this isn't a one and done. I said it earlier when I first started speaking that the Sheriff's Office has been working with different organizations to collect food items and get them out to the community. Talked about our deputies having food items in their vehicles that they can hand out. So this isn't done. This isn't, now that the shutdown's over, it doesn't matter, because there will still be folks, no matter what happens, what kind of assistance they're getting, they'll continue needing some type of assistance or food items, or I'm sure there's those folks that only need it for a short time, or they slip through the gaps. This is an opportunity to continue working it. And I know my partners, I'm going to go and speak for you. I know you'll keep wanting to do this as well, but this will continue on through the holidays, throughout my time as sheriff. So I appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll open up for a couple of questions if you guys, whoever wants to start right now.
Can you just talk a little bit about the decision to extend the food drive? Are we expecting it to take a few weeks for things to be back to normal?
I'll be happy to do that. The response has been incredible. Thank everyone so much. Again, I was at one of the elementary schools this morning. I saw parents bringing children into the school, walking bags of groceries in to put in their donation boxes. So hunger happens year round, all the time. So this is just another program we're going to start. I'm going to continue this partnership and make sure we continue collecting these food items, because it's always an issue, and if we can address it at least on our level here at Charleston County level, we're going to do that.
And this may be a question for Anita, but you kind of mentioned, Sheriff, just the impact of students helping students, and I think that's a really beautiful part as people of the same age, especially young kids. Do you want to touch on that?
I'm happy to. Again, we teach so much more than academics in the K-12 system. We teach the moral imperative nature of who we are as humans, which is to give back. So many of our schools have started to create an awareness where one might not have existed before about hunger and its impacts, and how we, even as the smallest of children, can have a heart for others. And that's what our work in the K-12 system is about, teaching people outside of academics just about being good humans. Thank you for the question. No, please.
What has the response been from families? I know a lot of people have a lot of worries going into this time. There's a lot of panic.
We have experienced some heartbreaking stories in the Charleston County School District, and so the response to this has just been phenomenal. As the sheriff noted, as Ms. Craig noted, we have been so pleased by the generosity, the spirit of folks during this time, and the response by those who were in the most need. As one of my sisters here said earlier, folks shouldn't be embarrassed, and the awareness around this has created a situation where people will feel vulnerable in asking for help, and I'm so grateful for that, because all of us at one point in our lives, if we haven't needed to ask for help already, we'll need to ask for help. So we're grateful for the community, and I'm grateful that people feel like they can come to us for the support that they need. Mr. Darby, I don't know if you would have anything to say to that, sir, or Sheriff, or Ms. Craig.
This might be a CEO question. Do you know how many families in the district rely on SNAP benefits, or even anything? What about, do you guys give an estimate, like are hundreds of families coming out, or anything like
Dr. Dukes and Ms. Richardson or Ms. Davis, in terms of our parents, how many are basically coming out? Because weekly, come on, please, approach the podium, please. Dr. Dukes, weekly, we have not just children, but actual parents coming by requesting food. So would you please speak on that subject?
So throughout the week, we probably have about 10 parents contact us needing food or assistance with utilities or rent or something. But yeah, and also the third Saturday of each month, we have a food drive and we service about 200 families.
Has that number increased since the government shut down? I know it ended yesterday, but that number increased?
We have the food drive this Saturday, so we can give you an update after that. So I'm not sure.
You don't have any information from the 44 days or anything of continuous calls coming in?
We have information from like our parents here at the school, but as far as like the food drive, not so much, because this is going to be our first one since we've had the shutdown. But here, there is definitely a need for food. And like how Dr. Duke said, it is an environmental issue that affects everyone. So we just try to provide as much services as we can to our families, our children, and our parents.
Do you expect that need to just go on a little longer because not everything goes back to normal?
Yes, yes.
That's right.
Can you
Yes.
talk a little bit about that? It's going to be, like, you still need donations, right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am, we do. So, you know, I've been here 5 years now. We always had that problem. So whether the shutdown or not, we always, you know, supplying our community for our students. And we don't allow transportation to be an issue also, because some parents don't have transportation. So when they don't have transportation, we load our cars up after school and we make those stops ourselves. So no matter what, we're not going to allow our kids to go hungry. So this is one environmental factor that we could take care of immediately. And that's what we're going to do. And it be at times where some kids, we sneak them in, fill their boat bags up, and send them on the bus. However, we need to make it happen for them to go home with food. We make it happen. So that's just what we do, because we know education ain't all about the algebra 1, the English 1, the electives. We educate the whole child from eating properly, or making sure they got enough, or social skills. Learn how to communicate and listen and respond. I mean, it's everything well-rounded that we're doing. This is just one of the pieces that we do well with now. So.
Over the past 40 days, have a lot more people become aware of the food bank and the work that you guys do? Did as many people know beforehand?
No, they always know.
I think schools like here at North Charleston High School have done a really good job getting that information out to their communities. But centrally, just to try to answer several of your questions from this was a school-based perspective. From a central perspective, we've received and have reports of receiving hundreds of requests over the last month to month and a half, and we don't anticipate that this will slow after, especially leading into the holiday season. And now that folks are more aware centrally, again, the North Charleston family has done such a good job putting out the information, but I don't know that it was as highlighted in other areas of the district per se, and our central teams have done a really good job of getting the information out and sharing the information with families, and our principals have been able to communicate that. So we do expect that now that more people know, more people will be able to take advantage of this. And so if there are families watching that are in need, again, we hope that we can serve them in whatever way they feel they are best served. So if they'll reach out to their principals, if they need to email me centrally, they can do that, and we'll arrange support and help however we can, just like they've done here, and Dr. Dukes alluded to a moment ago.
Sorry, let's just do one more question. Last question. How many CCSD schools do you know that
Mr. Burrow.
We have at least 20. At least 20, and I expect it's higher than that.
Wow. But I'm sure it's
No, I'm sorry, not collecting. They actually have pantries. I would suspect that every school is collecting. I mean, I've been in schools that don't have a pantry, and there's food
they're
being collected
collecting.
at those schools. So I think every school is collecting, but over 20 have pantries at their own school.
awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, too. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.